When your client wants those Instagram nails, what do you do? How do you deal with that? This is a great topic because it's real. We're going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. First things first, Tracy. Normally, my sock game is elevated to call it Michael Jordan levels. Today, this is very dad sock. Is it not? It's like dad sock. Like my dad used to wear these socks when he'd go to work. He'd wear the same socks.
By the fade of them,
sad.
that they may be your dad's socks.
It's very sad. I looked down and I was like, I need my color. Like that's where I bring my color in, right? Is like in my socks.
That's your little happy place.
That's a Beeb's happy little place.
I wondered why during the middle of the day he's just looking at his feet.
Totally.
What's going on?
I do. I like, oh, there's my color. All right. Let's get serious. All right. When your client wants those Instagram nails, I like with social media and Facebook and TikTok, whatever, we're talking about pretty much any place on social media. When your client comes to the door and is like, I want these, like there's a lot to unpack here because first of all, it's like, okay, can I do them? Right.
Yeah. So we're not talking about my Instagram. They've been on other people's Instagrams.
They've been on other people.
Rude.
And like they see something. So there's like a lot here, right? It's like number one, okay, can I do them? Can I do them in the time allotted?
Right.
You know, so like today, if you want those nails, okay, yes, I can do them, but I can't do them today because it's going to take more time. And so there's the scheduling thing. And then after that, it's, well, I can do something inspired by that. Can't talk this morning. It's early. What do you do, Tracy, when somebody comes in? Like, what's the kind of method to the madness of like approaching the situation? Because I'm imagining it happens a lot today.
Yeah. It's just, for me, like we live in a world of being able to communicate and you must train your clients to send you things ahead of time because it's not even that. Sometimes you just don't have the colors.
Right.
It could be like this weird color that they're wanting. And you're like, oh, I could do that. I don't have the equipment to do that.
Right,
you know,
right.
You know, am I going to invest in the equipment to do? You know, there's things.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes you know it's the reality also of like, well, you know, those are really cool looking. They'll last 2.2 seconds out in the real world.
Right.
Those are on a model. You know, so. The importance of training your clients to send you over text way prior to their appointment.
That's number, like, period.
Vital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vital. Like, oh, yeah. No. Just big N. Oh. Or, yeah, but, you know, you're not really scheduled for that. We can either change your appointment to make more room or, you know, that could be the next appointment then it puts it on them, you know, in their corner, and it's not an awkward conversation you're having in front of them.
So, I mean, just from that alone, you're solving so many problems, right? So, like, even if you have a scheduling, I know there's ability to communicate through a lot of these scheduling apps today, right? Yep. But even if there isn't, you like that point right there is so massive. Having the client send you this ahead of time and them understanding like, oh, if I want this design, I got to make sure to get it to Tracy way ahead of time. And then she's got to look at it.
Yep.
She's got to like check it out and see.
She needs to scream at you without you in front of her.
Without you in front of her and embarrassing you in front of all the other clients and walking out on you, never coming back again. No. Now she's homeless.
How did I become homeless?
I don't know. It just went there. But okay, so like number one, when your client wants something, you have to make sure like that you get them to do that. If they do walk in, I think at that point you can have a polite conversation of like, hey, okay, cool. You know, maybe there's the off chance of like, you know what, I can do that. If it's a really simple design, you have the colors, it's not gonna mess up your appointment time. But it's going to cost. That's the next thing,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
let's talk about that a little bit. This is my favorite part.
Money.
Charging for the work. What does that look like, Tracy? Like the client wants something. Let's say they follow the rules, right? They text you the design. Yeah. you see the design.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can do this. It's going to fit within time range. But, hey client, just to let you know, I have to charge X, Y, Z. Do you literally break down all the additional charges, or are you just like, it's going to cost this much?
For me, my clients would already know kind of my price structure, what the additionals are. So I'm not going to spend the time to break it down again. It would be like, hey, Habib, that is going to be, and this is an estimate, a guesstimate, that just from looking at it is going to cost you around X. Let me know if you're good with that, so I am prepared. I need you to verbally tell me. And this is where the communication comes in, right? Because sometimes people are like, well, my client didn't text me, but your client's like, whenever I text you, you don't respond.
Right.
So, or, people are like, I don't want people communicating, calling my phone or texting me on my phone. So I have them DM, but you never answer DMs, So my big thing is, if I was in salon today, I would have 2 cell phones. One for personal, one for work. Or there is also the possibilities of having 2 lines going to one phone.
Yeah.
You can shut one line off when you don't want to deal, when you're off, be off. But if you are expecting your clients to communicate, you therefore have to communicate back.
I think that's something that's maybe not talked about often enough.
Yeah.
Right. The responsibility of the business owner to effectively communicate with not only, the people on their team, but also with the customers.
Right.
In a case, the majority of the situation of nail professionals is they're booth renting. It's just them and their clients.
Yeah.
So there's nobody in between, right? It's not like with me, I got to communicate with Tracy every single day. Jorge,
Poor
Victoria. With Jorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
But I do it to get the job done, Trace.
Yeah.
It's my job.
You can tell you don't enjoy it, though.
I don't enjoy it, no. But and then also with customers, right? They're even like, a lot of them don't know I'm the one responding sometimes on the community text,
right,
or on DM or on email or whatever it is. My own DM, obviously, I'm responding, but I jump in there and will respond. And because again, it's like, for me, it's about getting back to people in a timely manner,
right,
so that you can, you need answers, he needs answers, everybody, okay, yes, no, I have to move, communicate.
Yeah.
I think that's such a huge point for nail professionals. If you don't want your customer walking and going, I want these, and you dude, why didn't you just text me?
I did
text you. I texted you 3 times. You didn't get back to me.
Yeah.
I really want these. That's going to really, dude, that's going to hurt your business.
Yeah. We talk about this a lot, especially you're marketing, you're a marketer, you're an accountant, you're all this stuff with business. You're also the receptionist. And if you had a business and your receptionist was not getting back to your clients, how would you feel about it?
You'd be pissed.
Yes.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Right. And if it gets to the point, I always see this, I used to go to a salon in Santa Monica to get a haircut, right? But it was it wasn't like a barber. It was a hair salon, right? But I would just get a men's cut, and they would always part of including the price was go into put my head back, and they shampoo, and it's massage. Oh yeah, it's the best, right? Yeah. But the hairdresser was always she's busy, so she would have her assistant. You know what I mean? So if it gets to that point where it's bustling in the salon, and if you need to get an assistant or a receptionist to communicate, then that's what you do. Obviously, don't do it unless you need it. But up until that point, yes, you are the receptionist.
Yep.
You've got to communicate. That's what makes your business move. Right.
Yep. And makes it flow much better, where you don't end up with awkward conversations or a scheduling problem or things like that. And the other thing, Habib, I would say is, I guess it's just human nature. And, as nail techs, we don't want to disappoint. So someone showing us something, we might say, Yeah, I can do that.
I can do it when you're maybe not confident though.
When you're not confident in it. And I don't want to do anything I'm not confident in.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I can tell them, like, listen, I'm in a 50-50 on this one. You know, I can give you a little, my twist, my version. We make sure, you know, but I'm just letting you know I'm not 100% on this technique. If you want to give me a week or two, I can practice it a little bit and be a little more confident, or let's just wing it and give it a try. Either way, you're paying for it.
So this was kind of the next point I wanted to get to. It's a great, this is really good. I think a lot of nail techs will run into this. And so I love what you're saying. Like, they may not feel that it's okay to tell like you said, they're afraid to disappoint, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I can't do this exact design, but here's what I can do. Right. You know, like, why is it that it's a lot of nail technicians are scared to tell their customers, no, or I can't, or just be honest?
First, you feel lesser than, I guess. You feel like you know, oh gosh, I'm not very good, obviously, if I can't do that. Or two, that you're going to lose your client. And here's the thing. A lot of those things that someone's going to come in that you're like, I don't know if I can do that, the person next to you can't do.
Right.
And the person next, you know, it's a specialty. You know, most nail techs can do 99% of what's out there and make it work. But when it's something that's a specialty, or it's 3D art, or it's extremely long stilettos, and that's not your specialty, you're really not, you don't have much call for it. You know, it's not, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't specialize in that. That's not where I'm confident.
Yeah. So like, this is kind of like, you know, there's two things that I'm seeing here within communication. It's number one, the speed of communication, and number two, the honesty factor.
Yeah. That's why I like text.
Right. That's why you like text, because you've got the speed.
You got speed, and it gives you a moment to think.
Right.
And be honest via text without a person standing in front of you.
Right. And have that maybe awkward moment.
Yeah, and you're the one that feels more awkward than anything, you know, but it takes that part out of it. It almost makes it not so personal. Yeah. You can step back and separate.
Yeah, absolutely. To have that, like, I don't even know if it's, some people just have it. Some people need to practice the speed, and I'm not saying you're not honest, like you're not an honest person, you're not being, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, it's hard to like admit that I can't do this. Yeah. You know, it takes practice, but even if you feel a little like, you still need to do it. And it's not a reflection of like your skill, you know, like when we started on this whole journey of marketing, right? Like I didn't know, and I was okay saying that. And did I feel awkward at times? Oh my God. Yeah. For the first year, all I felt was awkward and weird and like silly, you know, at times. And this is somebody that was in business for like 16, 17 years.
It's something new to you.
Something new to me.
Yeah.
So if a design comes to you and it's something new to you and you don't know how to do it, it's okay. Even if you feel awkward, that's okay too. Feel awkward, but still communicate it, be transparent, and with speed, meaning somebody texts you. I have a friend, just really quick. I have a friend, when he texts me, Tracy, if I don't text him back in like a minute.
Oh, he's that guy.
He is that guy. I love this guy though, because he fully admits he's like that. Like he knows he's like that, and he openly says, yes, I expect a text back in like 2 seconds. And if you don't, I'm just like, come on, I want an answer now. He's totally insane, but I love him. I'm not saying you got to be that guy, right? But, at least in a reasonable time, get back to your client.
Well, and we've talked about this. The way I was able to work very long days is my clients knew that I wasn't going to be calling them or texting them while I was doing other services. I did set times aside, or it was in the evening where they knew I would get back to them that day. So there's a balance there. It's not, oh my God, I got a text from Habib. Oh, so I got to stop my service. And
you should if I text you.
No, then I just push delete. Delete.
Throw your phone away.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is garbage. It's destroyed. Burn it.
Set it on
Get
fire.
some holy water.
It's evil. My phone's possessed.
But ultimately, also, when we're talking about people bringing Instagram designs, if you don't have an Instagram, they're going to be looking for other people's Instagram designs.
Right.
This is the importance of, even if you have a full clientele, that you have a portfolio of your design work. What you can do, give your clients a page to go to and look through.
Such a great point. Like, if you cannot, not in today's world, I know we say this like all the time, but it's because it is true and it's a fact. If you don't have at least an Instagram page where you are posting your work and your nail art, or not your nail art, whatever, you posting all of your nails, you're going to run into issues, and I think eventually your client is going to look elsewhere. It's so funny. I just talked to someone recently, just a couple days ago on the phone. It was a friend. They were looking for, just some advice, marketing for business. And it was the whole like, oh, I'm old. I was talking to her and she was like, I just don't get this thing. And she's the same age as me. And I'm like, yo, listen.
I don't get this new technology.
I don't understand.
They got cars that have wheels now.
Exactly. Right. Like, no, but that's true. You can't use the age thing as an excuse anymore. It's not, it doesn't apply. Social media is for every business, no matter how old you are. It is how you have to market. So if you're our age group, if you're in your mid 40s, I'm gonna say mid 40s because we're mid 40s, Tracy. We're mid 40s.
I like that.
If you're in your mid 40s and you feel like it's a young person's game, and you're not building up your Instagram because of that, you're gonna lose, man. Yeah. Like, because the clients, they keep, future clients, they're all on social media. They're in their teens, 20s, even 30s now. They're all used to social media. Our generation, in that mid 40s is, I think it's that cutoff point where we started when there was no social media, right? And so, but anybody before us, everybody's kind of experiencing it and having it, right?
Right. No, it's so true, but it is very user friendly. So you cannot use that excuse. It's taking a picture and uploading it. It doesn't have to be for any other thing but for your clients as a portfolio, you know. And I myself, when I'm looking to go get my hair done, my nails done, I'm getting ready to do my own nails, I am searching.
You're searching.
I'm searching for inspiration.
Exactly.
Like something like, it's a commitment, and it's an expensive commitment,
It is.
So I want to get what I want this time. And this is, I really like this, So I would prefer my clients to be on my page doing that and seeing my type of artwork.
Exactly. That's the whole idea. So let us know in the comments below how you deal with your clients asking for Instagram nails. What do you do? We'd love to hear about it. Also, any ideas for future episodes, let us know in the comments below. Tracy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Biz Talk.